The third and final installment of the Metroid Prime Trilogy was first shown off back when the Wii was first revealed. It was one of the first titles to show off how motion controls could change gaming for a well-established franchise. Well, this and Zelda, of course. But could this title be the revolutionary final chapter to Retro's trilogy, or would it be a Wagglefest blight on gaming? My answer: because of corruption, I don't think I could ever go back. The controls are so fluid that for the first time in the franchise, I truly believed I was behind the visor. I was Samus Aran. With the gameplay at the series' highest, all that was left to question was the quality of the game's story. Taking place shortly after the events of Echoes, Corruption focuses on the unison between the Hunters and the Galactic Federation as they wage war on the space pirates. Though Samus is the only Hunter that is playable, we still have 3 newcomers added to the fray: Gore, Gandrea, and fan favorite Rundis. Oh yeah! All is going well, we even kick Ridley's tail in the process, but Dark Samus shows up to crash the party, knocking everyone out with a single Phazon blast. Samus wakes up and soon discovers that her body is corrupted by the Phazon in her blood. Thanks to the Galactic Federation, she is now infused with a suit capable of harnessing the power of Phazon and using it as a weapon. Her new mission? Locate the other Hunters who have now gone rogue and turn the tide in her favor. This snazzy new suit introduces Hyper Mode. It's basically an auto-win feature which tones down the difficulty compared to the previous Prime games. Don't mistake this for calling the game easy though. God no, there are still plenty of situations that are ready to give you a run for your money. Just don't expect any boost guardians in this title. Corruption is the only title that gives you multiple planets to explore. This would be a great thing if each planet didn't feel so compressed and linear. Yeah, there's still some exploration, but the planets feel more like set pieces rather than open worlds for you to explore. Like Fusion, the game is heavier on the story elements compared to exploration aspects the series is known for. Not long into her quest, Samus locates her fellow Hunters who have now gone rogue. The boss fights with these guys are some of the best bosses in the trilogy, but if only I'd spent more time with these characters, then I might care more for having to take them out. Seeing Dark Samus mock you as you deliver the killing blow was a nice touch though, and really fueled my hatred towards him. Her. It. The other bosses are nothing special compared to the Hunter fights, but they serve their purpose well. The final boss itself was a little disappointing, but it's mostly because the previous 2 final bosses were so damn good. However, before you can even reach the final area, you have some Debokins to collect. Oh dear. Luckily, because this title is generously linear, you should be able to collect them all along the way, so unlike Echoes and Wind Waker, it really shouldn't interfere with the pacing. You see, open world isn't everything. Corruption is a nice blend of the powerful narrative from Echoes and the simplicity from the original Metroid Prime. It adds in character voices that add to the narrative rather than overshadowing the rest of the game. Its strongest suits are its fluid controls and Hunter boss fights, with its weaker aspects being the sprinkles of new additions. Samus' ship is quite situational, there aren't too many new abilities to show off, and you explore numerous planets, but there's a lack of depth to each one. Yeah, the trilogy ends with a pop rather than a bang, but it's still a good trilogy, and if you were a fan of the other 2, you'll feel right at home with Corruption. So now it's down to the final 3, a bold new direction, a remake of a classic, and a nostalgic triumph. Who shall emerge on top? Stay tuned.